Curses and legends. The dark side of Egyptian mythology. Ever wondered if those ancient Egyptian curses are more than just spooky stories? Well, grab your popcorn, because today we're diving deep into the mysterious and shadowy world of Egyptian mythology, full of curses, malevolent gods, and legends that have haunted us for millennia. Imagine the sun setting over the majestic pyramids, casting long shadows across the golden sands. Hieroglyphics etched into stone walls tell tales of gods and monsters, warnings of doom to those who dare disturb the eternal rest of the pharaohs. But what is it about these ancient stories that still captivates us? Is it the thrill of the unknown or the allure of hidden treasures guarded by supernatural forces? So, do you think ancient curses still hold power today? Let's explore the dark side of Egyptian mythology and see what secrets we can uncover. The enigmatic world of Egyptian mythology. Ancient Egypt wasn't just about grand pyramids and mummies. Their entire society was woven with mythology. Like, seriously, it was embedded in everything they did. For the Egyptians, gods and goddesses were part of daily life. They believed that these divine beings controlled everything, from the flooding of the Nile to the passage of the sun across the sky. Their myths explained natural phenomena, life events, and the afterlife. Maintaining harmony, known as Ma'a, was super important. The concept of Ma'a extended beyond personal conduct. It was about maintaining order in the universe. Kings were expected to uphold Ma'a, and any failure could spell disaster for all of Egypt. No wonder they were keen on keeping the gods happy. The concept of curses in ancient Egypt. To the ancient Egyptians, curses weren't just mumbo-jumbo. They were serious business. They saw curses as a way to protect themselves, their loved ones, and their possessions, even after death. Think of it like ancient security systems with a supernatural twist. Many tombs have hieroglyphic warnings inscribed on them. These weren't just friendly reminders to knock before entering. Nope, they were dire threats against anyone who dared to desecrate the tombs. Stuff like, "He who enters this tomb will be eaten by a crocodile and a lion." The Egyptians believed in the power of words and names. Writing down a curse was like casting a spell. Some curses were even personalized, mentioning specific punishments like loss of wealth, health, or damnation in the afterlife. These threats played on the fears of both earthly and spiritual repercussions. The curse of the pharaohs. Now, we can't talk about Egyptian curses without mentioning the big one, the curse of the pharaohs. Ever heard of King Tutankhamun? So, picture this. It's 1922, and archaeologist Howard Carter makes the discovery of a lifetime, the untouched tomb of Tutankhamun. But soon after the tomb was opened, strange things started happening. Lord Carnarvon, the guy who funded the expedition, died suddenly from a mosquito bite. Then, other team members also met untimely deaths. The newspapers went wild with stories about the mummy's curse. Was there really a curse at play? Modern science suggests that bacteria or mold spores trapped in the tomb might have been the culprits. Breathing in centuries-old toxins could be gross and dangerous. So, while the idea of a curse is thrilling, the reality might be more biological. But hey, never let facts get in the way of a good story, right? Malevolent deities and dark legends. Time to meet some of the not-so-friendly faces of Egyptian mythology. First up is Set, the god of chaos, storms, and deserts, known for murdering his own brother, Osiris. Then there's Apep, also known as Apophis, the serpent of chaos. Apep was the embodiment of evil and darkness, trying to swallow the sun god Ra every night. And let's not forget Ammit, the devourer of the dead. During the weighing of the heart ceremony, if a soul was deemed unworthy, Ammit would gobble it up, condemning the person to oblivion. Talk about high stakes. The Egyptian underworld, Duat. Let's journey into the Duat, the Egyptian underworld. After death, Egyptians believed the soul embarked on a perilous journey through the Duat, filled with monstrous creatures, traps, and tests. There were fire-breathing serpents and lakes of fire. If you made it through, you'd reach the Hall of Ma'a for the final judgment. The weighing of the heart ceremony took place here. If the heart was lighter or equal in weight to the feather of Ma'a, you got to enter the heavenly field of reeds. If not, well, hello again, Ammit, the book of the dead and dark spells. With such a treacherous afterlife journey ahead, What's an ancient Egyptian to do? Enter the Book of the Dead, a sort of ultimate guidebook for the deceased. The Book of the Dead wasn't a single text but a collection of spells and prayers written on papyrus scrolls or tomb walls. The Egyptians believed that words held magical power. By knowing and reciting the correct spells, one could manipulate reality. Names were especially potent. Knowing the true name of a god or demon could grant power over them. So yeah, the pen, or reed stylus, was mightier than the sword. Tales of revenge and haunted tombs. Let's dive into some spine-chilling legends and tales of revenge. There are stories of priests and magicians who, angered by betrayals or sacrilege, cast powerful curses on their enemies. Ancient Egyptians placed great importance on proper burial rituals. If someone disturbed a tomb or failed to perform the necessary rites, the dead might return to haunt the living. These stories weren't just for scares. They served as warnings to respect the dead and maintain religious practices. Modern interpretations and influences. Fast forward to more recent times, and the fascination with ancient Egypt has only grown. Ever heard of Egyptomania? In the 19th and 20th centuries, the Western world went nuts over all things Egyptian, from obelisks in city squares to pharaoh-inspired fashion. Pop culture couldn't get enough of Egyptian curses and legends. Hollywood churned out movies like The Mummy series, where ancient curses unleash all kinds of supernatural chaos. These films and other media have kept the myths alive in public imagination. The psychology behind the fear. Why are we so obsessed with these curses and dark tales? Part of it comes down to the fear of the unknown. Ancient Egypt is exotic and mysterious, making it ripe for imagination. Superstitions often overshadow reality because they evoke stronger emotions. There's something thrilling about the idea that ancient forces could still impact us today. It's like a connection to a time long gone. Understanding this helps us see why these legends persist. They're reflections of our own psyche and the timeless allure of mystery. Respecting ancient cultures. It's important to remember that these myths come from a rich and complex culture. Ancient Egypt was a civilization that made incredible advancements in art, architecture, and science. We need to approach these legends with cultural sensitivity. By learning from the past, we can gain valuable insights into human history. Respecting ancient cultures also means acknowledging their contributions and preserving their heritage. Conclusion. We've journeyed through curses, battled chaotic gods, navigated the underworld, and peeked into haunted tombs. It's clear that the dark side of Egyptian mythology is as fascinating as it is complex. These legends blend myth and history, capturing our imaginations. So, are the ancient curses real? Or are they stories shaped by time, fear, and the allure of the unknown? Maybe a bit of both. They continue to captivate us and remind us of the enduring power of myth. Thanks for joining me on this adventure. Stay curious and keep exploring.